Hello, Huskies back again with more Los Angeles Kings franchise mode in NHL 18. We're back after our marathon offseason where there was a lot that happened. We kind of took a step back from what our team was. We brought in Colin White for pretty much Velarde and a couple of defensemen. We still have five centers. Larkin, White, Middlestat, Suzuki, Thompson. Thompson, Middlestat, and Suzuki are all pretty much playing for two spots. I'm leaning towards Middlestat and Suzuki, personally. I need to get some second-line wingers that are a little better quality. But our first line is pretty much set. Besser's 25, Larkin's 26, Zadina's 22. Colin White's 25. So we've got a couple seasons to get our defense up to where it needs to be. We've got some guys in the system. Swanson was the big name that we just added. He's an offensive defenseman, so he can help with the goal scoring. McIsaac, he is an 80, so that's encouraging. That if he gets to like an 84 and 85, I'll be content. Morin can hang around. He can be a bottom tier guy if he needs to be. Jacob and Clegg, they can hang around too if they get to 80s, they can be our third pairing. So we're not too far off. And then of course goaltender, we've already got Leeson, who's an 86. I might end up trading him at the draft and just going with Boyd coming starting next season to get into that like top 5 to see if we can get, if not a defenseman, like a best person available, like an 80 overall at least. But we're going to go ahead and hop in. First game against the San Jose Sharks. I don't know about you guys, but I saw the NHL 19 stuff from the awards show, and I wasn't too overly impressed with what they had to offer, but what I am impressed by is they're revamping scouting, making it more in-depth, and I guess there's more to come franchise-wise in terms of news over the summer. So, I mean, the gameplay itself isn't changing. They're changing the way skating works, but they're keeping the gameplay largely the same, which sucks because I don't really like this game for the gameplay. I pretty much play it for franchise mode, which is amazing that it's actually getting attention. That's what I was hoping for. And the scouting is the biggest thing in franchise mode that needs an overhaul. Player morale too, maybe. Timo Meyer and Mike Hoffman just scored 4 goals against us. It's alright. Go ahead and hop into the long-term sim here. Swanson already on the board with a goal. Saw Besser had 2, so hopefully this team can bring the offense here. Let's see. I got a comment on my other video and I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, NHL 19. They're really going hard with this whole ESHL like pond hockey thing, which isn't for me. I used to be big into ESHL. I just don't really care for it anymore. If the gameplay was better, I'd be more into it, but the gameplay sucks, so I don't really see the point. It's been 3 years of the same thing. So I'll just stick to my franchise mode. It'd be nice if they'd update Be a Pro, maybe. Live the Life in NHL 14 was pretty fun. I think that's the only like career mode in a sports game, aside from like the show, the baseball game, that I've actually put time into. I mean, Live the Life. I think I played 2 full seasons as somebody. I think I was a winger on St. Louis of all teams. I mean, that was fun. I like to Live the Life. It's a shame that they are so, like, just, it's all Hut and ESHL. Which I get, those are your moneymaker. I mean, Hut's your moneymaker. There's so many people that play Hut. I don't even like the mode. I think it's silly. I play enough games where I pump money in microtransaction modes. I don't need to do it here too. I'm already paying $60 for this game. I don't need to pay another several $100s on microtransactions to enjoy a mode. But I won't judge anybody for playing it. If it's what you enjoy, it's what you enjoy. Scott Darling for a 4th and a 7th. Get out of here. Alright, so 9, 7, and 2. Not the greatest start here. But again, I'm not expecting us to be good. We're not. I don't want to see us being. I don't see us being a deep playoff team. That's why I kept my first round pick through the season, because I expected us to kind of struggle. We're probably going to be a very streaky team. Like, we've won 6 straight here, but I expect us to come back at some point and lose like 9 of 11, 14 of 16, something like that. We'll have to wait and see how we do. Either way, I'm excited for franchise mode in NHL 19. I was on the fence about honestly purchasing it for a while. I mean, I play it for YouTube mostly, but I mean, I've actually been enjoying these past couple ones. Let's do a quick little look into our stats here. Zadina's got 24 points in 25 games. That's encouraging. Dylan Larkin, 23 points. Besser, 22. So our first line's looking real good. Colin White, 12 goals already. I mean, he's going to be a 30-goal scorer every season. That's pretty much guaranteed. Swanson's got 18 points, so that's nice. Middlestat, 17 points on the third line. That's really good. DeBrusque, 16 points on the second line. Not the best, not the worst. Kreider's struggling. I think I have him on the third. I don't know where I have him. Glebov, 5 goals. Shoshnikov, 7 goals. So we have a goal scorer on every line, it would seem. We've got Glebov on the third line, Shoshnikov on the fourth line, Colin White on the second line, and then my entire first line can score. So it's encouraging progress. Again, Thompson is quickly playing his way out of the team. That third pairing struggling a bit. McIsaac's got 2 points, which is surprising. I expected him to have more points simply just by association. Not association. Proximity? Just playing on Swanson's line and playing with the first line. I expect him to be out there, but I'm okay with how our team looks right now. Leeson, 25 games, 15, 8, and 2, 921 save percentage, 251 goals against. I have to go through an auto-rotate goalies on, so that Boyd gets to play. That's the last thing we need is Boyd to not play at all. If he's going to be our guy going forward. There we go. I mean, again, I'm surprised by our success here, but again, our forward, we've got big names that can carry this team, and our first line is carrying this team. Currently, we're 3rd in the division, tied for 2nd with Arizona, so if we make the playoffs, hey, it's just more time available for progression. It gives players more games, and that's not a bad thing. But if we were to start losing, I wouldn't be overly upset either, because that means we get a decent first-round pick. But at the same time, I can trade into the top 5 pretty easily with Leeson. He's probably got 75% trade value. I could package him with whatever center doesn't end up fitting my team, which is probably going to be Thompson. And that's a trade I'm absolutely willing to make to get into the top 3. Jonathan Quick in a 3rd for Kreider or 4th. I don't want Jonathan Quick. Get out of here. I will take if there's an offer for for Kreider that's really worthwhile, I'll consider it, because he was nice last season, but his usefulness is really not needed. We're doing really well, actually. 22, 10, and 2. Again, the roster, I don't understand the rosters in this game. Like, the teams that shouldn't succeed. Like, I don't know if who's that's watching my LA run now watched like the very beginning of my Columbus run. But that was a team that I blew up year 1. Maybe not blew up, but it was really just Bob, Murray, Werenski. I think I only kept 4 big names, and the rest of the team was ass, and we made it to the Cup Finals year 1. I had no intention on like trying to make the playoffs year 1, and we made the Cup Finals, and then we didn't make it past the 2nd round the entire rest of the playthrough. It was ridiculous. And that we had a very good team. It's very reminiscent to what's going on with my Rangers run currently. We have awesome top 6 talent. I have the best decoy I've ever assembled on that Rangers team. And we got outed in the 1st round again. I don't want Jonathan Quick. Get out of here, Vancouver. My goaltending situation is like the one thing we have on lock. I'm very happy with my goaltending. I'm surprising. I'm very happy with the team. I mean, we're 29, 14, and 4. I'm obviously not going to be upset with success if it happens, which it is happening. I'm interested to see why this success is happening. If it is that first line that's really carrying, I mean, our goaltending could be the issue, or it could be the cause. But his stats didn't look that great. I mean, a 251 goals against. His save percentage was pretty good, a 921. Get out of here. I don't want Jonathan Quick. But if it is that first, maybe I found a balance that works. I have a goal scorer on every line. And maybe Colin White is just doing what he does and putting up 35, 40 goals on that second line, and that's what the team needed. But again, I envision us collapsing here at some point. Kreider in a fourth for a second and a third from Colorado. Colorado's too good. If they were a little worse, like I would love to trade Kreider to a rebuilder or a hopeful. All right, here's that streak that I was talking about. We've lost 5 straight. No, all right, so 5 straight. Petrovic in a 7th for Aston Reese in a 6th. No, thank you. Battle of the 2 top teams out west, Colorado and LA. Alec Martinez, oh man, $4.6 million for 78 overall. Ooh, we're losing a shootout. We're losing a lot of games in extra time here. Which, I mean, is a good thing, but it's also not a good thing. Petrovic for Aston Reese, no thank you. If I didn't want it with the draft picks, why would I want it straight up? Oops. Alright, so there's Petrovic for no, I'm not trading you Shoshnikov, absolutely not. 6-1 loss, 4-1 win. Alright, so let's go see how we're looking. We're 36, 20, and 9, is that what that said? Don't feel like putting my glasses on. 36, 20, and 8. So Zadina playing that playmaker role well. 16 goals, 41 assists. I believe that's what that was. Yep. Dylan Larkin, 25 goals. Besser, 19 goals. I wish Besser would score a little more. But I mean, that first line has, let's see, that would be 45, so 44. They've got 60 goals in 64 games. Obviously, I want my first line to be a goal per game line. But when you got Colin White in the second line already with 31 goals, it's a little tough. I mean, DeBrusk has 14, so DeBrusk getting Colin White in that second line was a really big boost to his point total. Swanson, 39 points. Again, guy's a monster. I'm glad we traded for Swanson. Middlestat, 37 points. He's looking good on that third line. Glebov's got 12 goals. Shoshnikov has 14. Thompson, again, still not doing the best. But he's right there. I mean, it's pretty much him or Suzuki. Billy Polka's actually not doing bad. He's a +3. McIsaac's a +15, obviously. We don't have any minuses, which is an... Oh, no, yeah, we do. Thompson. But, I mean, Clegg and... Clegg and Jacob here are a +6 and a +4, so that's encouraging. Goaltenders Leeson, 32 wins. Boyd, man, 4-0-1 with a shutout of 948 save percentage, of 153 goals against. Leeson's up to an 87, man. That's encouraging. That's very encouraging. Let's get that Let's get that trade value through the roof so we can possibly trade into the top 3. I want to see what his trade value is real quick. I'm sure it's up there. Oh, that's draft picks. Goalies. Oh, it's so good. It's so high. Alright, let's go ahead and finish off the season. I'm kind of anticipating us getting to be a playoff team. I mean, we're leading the division. We have a 2-point lead in the division. 80 points already, so. Hey, if we make the playoffs, who knows? Make the playoffs and then trade Leeson for a top 3 pick. That would be probably best case scenario. Get a deep playoff run. I'm tempted to play Boyd because the stats are so good, but at the same time, if I play Leeson, his trade value is only going to go up. Alright, let's see here. I'm also wondering if I should spread out my scouting again, or if I should just stick to what I'm doing with the Canadian leagues. I feel like all the big prospects come out of the Canadian leagues, like the top ones. Very rarely do we see a European guy go top 3. Although, didn't I take a defenseman that was European this year with my like 3rd overall pick, and he was not what I was expecting. I've been talking too much today. Too many videos recorded. Alright, 47 wins with this roster is a surprise. And we get the Arizona Coyotes. Stop the sim. Stop the sim, stop the sim, stop the sim, stop the sim. We get the Arizona Coyotes in round 1. Did we win the division? Let's go have a look. We had to have been close. Division winning Los Angeles Kings get the Arizona. Look at the point difference from 1st to 5th was, what is that? 8 points. Jeez. Goals. Our offense was down. Our offense was down and our defense was down. So power play was good. Penalty kill was meh. Very good at home, which is good. LA is a good home team, so it's nice to see that come back. Zadina, 69 points. I'd like to see that be a little higher. But Dylan Larkin, 30 goals. Besser, 22, so that's 52. So they scored 70 goals. Not the best. I mean, I could see Besser playing, like, second. If I could put Besser with Colin White, maybe, and find somebody else to play that first line, that'd probably be perfect. Because DeBrusk, I mean, had 19 goals playing with Colin White, who almost had 40 goals. This guy is ridiculous. He sims so well. 335 shots. Most shots on the team by far. That's weird. It doesn't show Swanson's stats, but it shows all their stats. Middlestat, 45 points. Is that his most points? He had 49 last year playing on, I think he was the first line center. So that's, again, that's nice. Kempe, 33 points. Kreider had 10 goals, 30 assists, 30 points. Shashnikov, 17 goals. Gleba, 14. McIsaac's still an 80. I was hoping he'd get some boost here, but I think we're going to get some nice progression come off season. Across the board, we were good. I liked the way our team played. Goaltenders, Boyd 7-2-1, 931, 202. Leeson 925 and a 236. So not the best, but he's an 88 overall. So he just keeps going up in value. That's good. But yeah, feel free to give me your opinions on the idea of trading Leeson at the draft to get into the top 3. I'll probably look at the. Actually, we have a couple minutes here. Let's look at the draft class real quick and see what we've got for top end picks. If these guys are even, so we have two exact elites in Riley. So Curtis Riley, Eugene Bird. Looking at their stats, Curtis Riley is. They're both in the. One's in the QMJHL, one's in the WHL. So there's three defensemen in the top 5. There's a defensive defenseman, Neil Sim. I don't have a lot of info on him, but I have full information on Eugene Bird and Curtis Riley. Riley's definitely the better of the two. Eugene's 5'8". Jeez. Riley would probably go number 1. Colton Bufflin, high top 9 forward. Lahtakainen! Tero Lahtakainen. I want to take him just because I know how to pronounce his name. Ooh, 7th defenseman in the top 10. That's not good. Lahtakainen. The only reason I know how to say his name is because that's what my play-by-play name was in ESHL when I used to play. Man, if we trade into the top 3, I would have to go for number 1 overall because I would take Curtis Riley, absolutely. And our defense would probably be Riley and Swanson. But feel free to give me your opinions on that, as well as a prediction for the series. And are you hyped for NHL 19's franchise improvements? But I gotta end the video here. My voice is starting to go. I gotta go get some lunch. Thank you all for watching, as always. And I will see you soon. I can't guarantee a video tomorrow. We'll see.